Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today's lecture of Python will be based on tuples. We'll be understanding how a tuple is initialized, how the elements of tuple are displayed, how to display a first element, last element or second last element of a tuple, how to display a tuple in reverse order, how to display a range of elements of a tuple, searching an element in a tuple, concatenating two tuples, comparing two tuples, finding maximum and minimum value in tuples, and everything we'll be doing it practically. So let us move to the computer.
In this lecture, we'll be learning everything about tuples through practical examples. Like I'm creating an empty tuple, I'm creating a tuple with a single element, I'm displaying the tuple elements in reverse order, I'm slicing the tuple element, that is from 0th index location till 3rd index location you want to display the tuple elements. See, I'm running this. Can you see it? You can display the desired elements of the tuple, you can display the 3rd and 4th element only, you can display only the last element of the tuple. Not only this, we'll be learning how to display all items of the tuple through index location, how to concatenate two tuples, how to delete a tuple, how to find maximum and minimum of the tuples, how to compare two tuples, and everything will be done practically. Okay, so let us start. We know that Python provides sequences which comprises of list, strings, and tuples. In the lecture 10, we have learned about list. In the lecture 11, which was split into 3 parts, we have learned about strings. In this lecture, we will learn about tuples and all the methods that it provides, right? Before starting with the first program, just let me tell you that tuples are immutable. That means you cannot make any changes to the tuples once it is created. That means if you want to make certain changes, you make the changes and copy it into another tuple. But you can't make the changes to the original tuple. Through the programs, we will be learning how to slice the tuple, how to multiply it, and how to concatenate 2 or more tuples. So this is the first program. Now you might think that this appears to be like a list. No. In list, all the items are enclosed in square bracket. Here these are parentheses, right? And as I told you that list was mutable, this is immutable. You cannot change this. Okay. So what is this program doing? This food is a tuple comprising of these 5 food items: pizza, burger, hot dog, fries, and donut. Okay. Now what will happen? Obviously this pizza will be assigned to the index location 0, food 0. This burger will be assigned to the index location 1, that is food 1, food 2, food 3, and food 4. Okay. Now what will happen? When you supply the tuple name, all the elements of the tuple will be displayed. Okay. So all the food items enclosed in parentheses will appear on the screen. The first name in the tuple is food 0. So you'll get pizza on the screen. The last name in the tuple is food. In the bracket you got len of food. Len method returns the length of the tuple. Okay. So the method will count 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So the length will return 5. When you display the food location 5, you will get an error. Error out of bound index, because the last item is at food 4 index location. Recall that all the index locations are 0 based. This location is food 0. This location is food 1, food 2, food 3 and food 4. That is why I have decremented the length by 1. Can you see it? So the length function will return value 5. By decrementing by 1, it will become 4. By displaying food 4, you will get the last element of the tuple, that is donut, on the screen. Got it? Now here I am displaying the tuple element through 2 methods. One is you are using in keyword. When you write in keyword with the tuple, the first tuple element will be assigned to this variable n, that is this pizza will be assigned to this n. The loop will execute. You are displaying the value of variable n, so you get pizza on the screen. In the next iteration, the next tuple element will be assigned to this variable n. The next tuple element is burger, which will be assigned to the variable n. Display n, so you get burger on the screen. Again in the next iteration, the third tuple element will be assigned to variable n, that is hot dog, which will be displayed on the screen. So all the tuple elements one by one will be assigned to the variable n, and that is displayed on the screen. You can also display the tuple elements using the index location. See, this is the for loop, which will range from 0 till 5. This 5 is exclusive. So the value of I will range from 0 till 4. In the first round, the value of I will be 0. Display food 0 index location, that is pizza will be displayed on the screen. The value of I will increment, it will become 1. Is 1 less than 5? Yes. Print food 1, so you get burger on the screen. The value of I will increment to 2. Display food 2. 3, food 3. The value of I will become 4. Display food 4, that is donut. After that, the value of I will become 5. The loop will terminate. Because this value on the right hand side is exclusive. The for loop will terminate when the value of I reaches 5. Okay. So let us copy this program and run it. I have copied it. I am going to spider ID and paste it here. Let's run this. The food in the tuples are, by displaying the food item, you get all the elements enclosed in the parentheses. See, pizza, burger, hot dog, fries and donut. The first name in the tuple is food 0. Food 0, you get the first item, that is at index location 0, that is pizza. Displaying the food item at index location 4, that is donut. So you get donut on the screen. This is using the in keyword. You are displaying all the food elements which are assigned one by one to the variable n. And here, this is displaying the tuple elements using the index location 0 till 4. Can you see it? Let's understand this program. What we'll be learning in this program? Here I'll be explaining you how to display the tuple elements in reverse order, right? How to slice, how to display a part of a list. This is how to create an empty tuple. This items is an empty tuple. This table is a tuple with only a single element. This is how you create a tuple with single element. Okay. Empty tuple is items. So you get only the parenthesis with nothing inside. Tuple with single item is table. So you get symbols on the screen. This is a food tuple with 5 elements. Okay. Like we saw in the numerical array, the last element in the array as well as in the list as well as in the tuple, the last element is called the index location -1. So second last location is called -2 and so on. Okay. Here what I am doing, I am displaying the food item in reverse order. Okay. The value of I will range from length of food, that is 5 minus 1, that is 4. The value of I will range from 4 up till -1. So the loop will terminate at -1. And the step is -1. That is, after every iteration, the value of I will be decremented by 1. Okay. The value of I in the first one is 4. Display food 4. So you get donut on the screen. After that, -1 will be added to 4. The value of I will become 3. Is 3 more than -1? Yes. Display the food at index location 3. That is, fries will be displayed on the screen. After that, again, -1 will be added to 3. So it will become 2. Is 2 greater than -1? Yes. The element at index location 2 will be displayed on the screen. That is hot dog. The value of I will be decremented to 1. Is 1 greater than -1? Yes. The element at the index location 1 will be displayed. That is burger will be displayed. I will be decremented to 0. Is 0 greater than -1? Yes. Display the food item at index location 0. So you get pizza on the screen. After that, the value of I will become -1, which is not allowed because by -1 it has to terminate. Thereafter, the cursor will come over here. The first 3 food items are, this is slicing. 3 is exclusive. So all the elements beginning from index location from 0 till 1 less than 3. That is 0, 1 and 2. These elements will be displayed on the screen. So first 3 food items will be displayed on the screen. Okay. What will happen by this? This slicing is asking to display the food at index location 2 and go on till 1 less than 4. That is up till 3. So the food items at index location 2 and index location 3 will be displayed on the screen. So hot dog and fries will be displayed on the screen. The 4th and 5th food items are, see, when you write the beginning range and you miss the ending range, then up till the last element of the tuple will be displayed. You are asking the Python to begin from index location 3. Okay. Up till the end of the tuple, you have to display all the elements. So beginning from index location 3. So fries and donut will be displayed on the screen. The 4th and 5th item are fries and donut. Okay. What is this -2 doing here? The last element of the tuple is considered at index location -1. Second last is considered at the index location -2 and so on. If I write -1, the last element of the tuple will be accessed. But when I write -2, the second last element of the tuple will be accessed. See, the second last food item is, so you get fries on the screen. When you write only colon without the start location and without the end location, the default start location is considered as 0 and the end location is considered as the length of the tuple. So it will display all the elements of the tuple food. Okay. Let's copy it. Control A and delete and Control V to paste it in the spider ID and run it. This is the empty tuple. Can you see it? Parentheses without anything inside. This is the single element tuple, that is tables. The food in reverse order. Can you see it? The first three food items, this was a slicing that we learned, 0, 1 and 2 index location item will be displayed. Third and fourth food item, that is with the index location 2 and 3, that is hot dog and fries. Fourth and fifth food item, that is from the index location 3rd till the end of the tuple, that is your fries and donut is displayed on the screen. Second last food item, that is fries is displayed on the screen, and this is through colon that you are displaying all the elements in the tuple on the screen. Okay, let's go to the next program. Through this program I wanted to tell you how to search an element in the tuple, whether it exists in the tuple or not. Secondly, I want to explain how to concatenate two tuples, and thirdly I want to explain how to delete a tuple. Okay, let's copy it, run it, and we'll understand one by one. Enter the name to search. I enter hot dog. Okay, now see what will happen. This is the tuple food with 5 items: pizza, burger, hot dog, fries and donut. You are asking the user to enter the name to search. I can enter anything. Suppose I enter hot dog, which will be assigned to the variable n in string format. After that, what this if statement will do? You are using in keyword. So this name in variable n will be searched in all the items in the food tuple. Okay, and if it exists, this will return the boolean value true, and if statement will execute, else this statement will be executed. Okay, so because I am entering a hot dog which exists in this tuple, so this line, the name hot dog is present in the tuple, will be displayed on the screen. See, I am running it. The name hot dog is present in the tuple. Got it? Now what I am doing here, this is a list. How can you say that this is list and not a tuple? See, this square bracket confirms that this is no more a tuple, it is a list. So country list is a list having 3 country names. Through tuple method, I am converting this country list into a tuple and assigning it to countries tuple. Now the question is, why would you convert a list into a tuple? Let me tell you, list is mutable. Tuples are immutable. Nobody can modify a tuple. So if you got certain elements in a list and you want that nobody should be able to change it, so it's better to convert it into a tuple, because once it is converted into a tuple, nobody can change it. Okay. So by tuple method, you are converting a list into a tuple. So countries is a tuple, food is also a tuple, right? Now by this plus symbol, you are concatenating two tuples. That food and countries will be added and will be assigned to this countries food tuple. So countries food tuple will be having all the elements food items, and after the donut, you will be having these 3 country names also: US, UK and India. Okay. So when you display it, you get 8 items on the screen. You can also do what? By using this food plus equal to countries, all the elements of the countries tuple will be added to food tuple itself. So these 3 names will be added after this donut into the food tuple itself. So this is the 2 method you can do concatenation. And by del, you are deleting the entire countries tuple. Now if you try to display, you use the print statement to display countries, you will get an error because countries does not exist anymore. See. Concatenated tuple, this is how, see, you get all the 5 items and they followed by the 3 country names. It is through this, by displaying your country's food tuple. By displaying food also, you get all the 5 food items followed by 3 country names, because you added the country tuple to the food tuple itself. Okay. What I want to explain through this program, I want to tell you how to compare 2 tuples and how to find a maximum and minimum value in a tuple. See. This food one is a tuple with certain food items. This food 2 has the tuple again with certain food items. And this price is a tuple with the numerical values. It's very easy to find a maximum and minimum value in a numerical value tuple, right? But if I compare 2 tuples with the strings, what will happen? Computer will compare the ASCII value. Recall that the ASCII value of A is the smallest and the ASCII value of Z is highest, right? The ASCII value is nothing but the numerical value of everything which is available on the keyboard. ASCII stands for American Standard Code for Information Interchange. The ASCII value of uppercase A is 65, the ASCII value of uppercase Z is 90, the ASCII value of lowercase a is 97, the ASCII value of lowercase z is 122, and so on. So when you are comparing two tuples for equality, you will get false, because see, pizza when compared with fries, both are not same. To get the boolean value true result from this equality operator, the elements of both the tuples should be exactly same, including their cases also. So this will get you the false value. Comparing two tuples, see, you are using greater than sign with food 1. This is P. See, this pizza will be compared with fries, right? You are using a greater than sign. See, first the ASCII values of P and F is compared. Obviously, the ASCII value of P is more than F, so this will return true. Got it? Maximum value of food 1. The element with the highest ASCII value. The ASCII value of first character of all the elements will be checked. The element which has the highest ASCII value in its first character will be displayed as the max element. The minimum is the one which has the lowest ASCII value as its first character. See, the lowest ASCII value is of B. So you get burger as a minimum value in the food 1 tuple. Maximum value in prices is obviously 50. Minimum value is your 15. Okay. This is multiplying. See, when you write food 1 tuple multiply by 2, all the elements of this food 1 element will be displayed twice. All the elements, after displaying once, it will be re-displayed again. If you multiply by 3, all the elements of the tuple will be displayed for 3 times. Okay. Just copy it and run it. See, comparing two tuples is going to false because both the tuples are not same. Food 1 is greater than food 2, you got the value true because the ASCII value of P is greater than F. Maximum value is pizza, minimum value is burger, right? Maximum value is 50 and the minimum value is 15 in this prices tuple and displaying the food items twice. Okay. So it is for sure that tuples are immutable. It cannot be changed. Though you can have duplicate values in the tuple. The operations that you can do with the tuple is slicing, multiplying and concatenation. The difference that you will be asked definitely between list and tuple. So let me tell you that lists are mutable, we saw it, and tuples are immutable. If you want to make certain changes, you have to copy it into another tuple. Second is that because tuples cannot be changed, when you create a tuple, Python will allocate a static memory allocation for a tuple. So it requires less overhead. When you create a list, Python knows that it is for dynamic. You can add elements to the tuple, you can delete elements, you can append, whatever you can do it, right? You can insert in between also. So the memory overhead is much more when compared to tuples, right? It is a dynamic memory allocation for the list. So it is for sure that tuples run faster than list because lists require much memory overhead to maintain. Thirdly, tuples have fixed length and lists have variable length. So these are the major 3 differences between list and tuples. If you followed this lecture, please subscribe to my channel, share the video with your friends and do write your comments. Thanks for watching the video. Have a nice day.